What's up, everybody? We are live. We are ready to answer your questions, interact with you all. Thanks for coming. I'm joined by two very special guests. We got Nick, we got Pete. How about you introduce yourselves?
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nicholas. I'm the CTO and co-founder of 1047. I do a little bit of everything, everything on the development side. I've had my hand in most things.
Hey everyone, I'm Pete. I'm the new backend developer, and I'm here to hopefully make Nick's life a little easier because he does do a lot of stuff. It's pretty crazy.
So earlier today, we went on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, and asked you guys to give us some questions to answer. First question, is there a big team battle coming?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I mean, big team battle is one of my favorite modes in Halo. The answer to that is, never say never. We're a ways away from even implementing any vehicles and stuff, but maybe we could implement bigger size games, maybe 5v5, 6v6s, and stuff like that. And we're constantly trying to come up with new game mode ideas, and hopefully that gives you some insight. But yeah, we just want to give people more experiences, more changes of paces, and things to look forward to. So yeah.
Will Splitgate get mod tools and mod support in the future?
Yeah, we definitely want to do that eventually. One thing that we have been talking about is potentially doing a Forge mode, which is something that we're currently looking into and working on. I think in the first step, we'll try to get a Forge mode going for you guys. Mod tools are great, to make your own modes, but, it really kind of is isolated to the PC community. So kind of our main focus right now is to kind of, get everyone involved building maps, and hopefully in the future we'll have even more tools and you guys create really cool things yourselves.
So you're saying there's going to be a map editor feature coming down the pipeline here soon?
So it's definitely something we've been really looking into and starting to work on, and we're pretty early in the prototyping phase. It's definitely coming in the future. So
is there going to be lore added anytime soon? As far as like official lore goes, we're building it from the ground up. I'm working personally with the art team, so they have things that they can work on in terms of like guns and possibly factions, just like an overarching story. That's kind of the stage we're at, writing the story out, and it's exciting stuff. We can't wait to show you what it's going to turn into. Are you going to do any marketing?
We are doing marketing. It's not to the level of scale of the Call of Duties and the Halos coming out. One of the biggest issues that we've had in the past, when we first launched our beta, our servers were crashing, and it was very hard to kind of keep up with the demand. We couldn't spend any money on marketing back then because we just couldn't afford any more people coming in and burning down all the servers. We haven't done our huge marketing push yet. Our VP of marketing, a brand new hire, just started working for us. His name is Ryan. You guys might meet him soon. He has a lot of big plans for that. Yeah, kind of our main focus right now is just building out the team. Pete's going to make sure that the servers will never ever crash again. And then, once we can get to that point when we're really ready to take this thing to the next level, we're going to do a lot of marketing and really try to blow this thing up.
How's the progression of converting to a full AAA studio going?
Yeah, well, that has been my life for the last couple months. I haven't been doing as much coding work as I would have liked because all we've been doing is interviewing people, building out roadmaps. We've made a lot of great hires. Pete is a great hire. Ryan is a good hire. We have 3 programmers starting in a couple months, and we've hired a ton of fantastic artists as well. We've been kind of slow on putting out a lot of content. The reason for that is because we're all in on building the company, get our team in a good position to give you guys everything you've ever wanted to see in this game. We're really excited for the future.
Someone started a thread saying, like, why can't they just take all the money they have, hire 100 people next week, and then just give us all the features we want? Hiring takes a lot of effort. Hiring someone who's bad is worse than not hiring anyone at all. And then after you hire someone, you've got to ramp them up. And then there's a lot of coordination effort that needs to happen. And then it's different per company and industry, but the time to which a new hire is actually net productive for the company is actually like months down the line. So, but you're building this machine and it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you kind of reach the capacity you want, you stop hiring, and then everyone's just heads down focused on building content, you can churn out content. So we're still in that machine building phase.
It's one thing to also be a great programmer, but we also want to hire people who are dedicated to the community, love the game, love gaming, and at the end of the day, this is about the community.
Do you have a 2022 roadmap? If so, are you able to share any details?
Well, I'm not able to share too many details. We are currently in the process of building out the roadmap for 2022. One thing I mentioned, our art team really wants to kind of go back and really take this game and make it pop and stand out. So that's something you can look forward to, is just improved graphics and just an improved, lore experience and stuff like that. And we have a lot of cool features planned. Once we can get our backend in a great position to handle a bunch of scale, then we'll really unlock the ability to develop a ton of new features. And 2022 is going to be great for us and great for the community. This game is just getting started.
We don't want to commit to like a very specific roadmap. That might change, because it feels like we're making promises that we can't keep, and we would hate to do that to you guys. I guess we told you that Forge is coming and Lore is coming. That'll hold you over.
Those aren't even the best things coming. So
I know
there's a lot to look forward to.
JP, one of the pros, asks on Twitter, competitive plans after the SPS finale. Basically, we already have been making plans for the next season of the SPS. The top 8 seeded teams from this current season will be a lock as official pros for the next season, and it's gonna be called the Winter SPS season. It's gonna happen in 2022. Esports is one of our priorities, but it's not the only priority. It's just one of many things.
Correct.
That
yes.
Are you planning to add clan support? I would love to see something like Rocket League system where it only shows team names when 2 stacked teams face off.
Yeah, that's something that I would like to see at some point. It's not something that's currently planned out, but I would think that's something that we do want to do at some point.
Will Splitgate ever contain more weapons and damaging grenades in the future?
Eventually we will maybe add more weapons, take some weapons away. We have experimented with damaging grenades in the past, and they weren't that effective just because of the speed of our game and the quickness you can get away with portals. But it's something that we are willing to test again. If enough people want that, we would like to add more content and stuff like this in the future.
On Twitter, we said that there's a possibility that we'll have a Stadia version of the game. Is this idea still relevant?
Yeah, I mean, we would like to come to as many platforms as possible. I mean, right now it's kind of hard for us to come to more platforms, but those plans have kind of stalled to kind of come to Stadia. But that is something that we still do want to do, and will come eventually.
Is there a cross-save function planned for players who play on more than one platform?
That is something that we've always wanted to do. We just didn't have enough time to fully flesh that out in our beta release, and we're trying to get that out as fast as possible. I mean, that's definitely coming eventually.
Basically, any feature we talk about is no promises on when, no ETA given right now. But we are working on a lot of things that you can take to the bank. When might we see new maps be rolled out?
So those blockout maps last month, we showed them for a couple weeks. Those are maps that Blaze, our level designer, has concepted. We're testing internally to kind of see which ones perform well, and you'll definitely be seeing some of those in the future. One thing that we are also doing, as I mentioned, our team is going to be going back to some of the old maps and making them better, and improving the gameplay on some maps as well. Definitely more content is coming soon.
Are there plans for the future to make an option to only play PC versus PC players?
Well, you can already do that in Quick Play. So yeah, I mean, if you go to the settings, it should be under the privacy tab.
So ranked right now, crossplay is forced. So have we talked about what's our thoughts right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now we're probably going to keep it as is. I mean, I think the point of that was just that we wanted to make ranked queue times not as long, so have a bigger player pool. For the near future, we're going to keep it like that, but we'll take everything into consideration.
So while we were talking, I did grab a few questions that piqued my interest from chat. Will we be adding races to simulation maps?
If there's enough of a demand, I think that might be cool to kind of add some more races. I don't see why not. So I mean, we'll see if we have the resources to do that.
Here comes the traditional question that we have to answer every single Q&A. Battle Royale mode for Splitgate.
Oh man. Not right now. I mean, there's really nothing that we're doing for that. If you're waiting, maybe in however many years, if we ever decide. But right now, we're really focused on the arena shooter game. We think, it's kind of just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface, and there's a lot more that we really want to add to this game to really make it complete. So,
obligatory question number 2: is there a sliding mechanic planned?
I mean, I would never say never. I mean, I have been playing the most recent Halo, and I do enjoy the sliding. But, the amount of movement mechanics in our game, just adding a sliding as well, just going to complicate things a little more. Yeah, but I mean, never say never. It's not something that we're working on right now. We might add it eventually if we feel like that. But right now, I would say no.
DJ1138X asks, we need Twitch Prime loot. And I guess you could also answer a question about like Twitch drops as well. Is something like that coming?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Twitch drops. It is something that we have always wanted to do. So, I mean, we are looking into that. We'll hopefully be able to have that up soon, but I can't promise anything right now.
What about a gift option? Trading system for like skins and whatnot.
Trading is a slippery slope, honestly. There's a lot of scams that kind of go on there. Just kind of a nightmare to enforce. We're not planning on that anytime soon. I don't think we ever will. Never say never, but it's unlikely that we'll have a trading system. A gift option, I mean, that is something we might do, but a full-on trading system, I've heard horror stories from Rocket League and all this kind of stuff, so I don't want any of our players going through that.
Will there be a mastery camo after unlocking all the gold skins?
So if Stack makes the skins, then maybe maybe we'll do it. So
When will the Team C skin be available?
it's coming soon. I think early next week we'll start selling that.
And all the proceeds are going to be donated to Team C's,
Yep.
of course, naturally.
Yep.
Can we get other ways to earn split coin? So right now, the only free way to earn split coin is by doing 7-day streaks. Has there been any other ideas for giving split coin out without buying it?
There are some things that we can do there. We might start doing more event-based skins and stuff like that. We definitely want to give people more ways to kind of grind for items as well. So look out for that.
Any update on the next gen update for the newer consoles?
A lot of that development was put on pause during these last couple of months just because we've been crazy busy hiring and getting everything in place to build a team out to take this game to the next level. We hear you guys. We want to come to next gen as well, but these kind of things take time, and we have very few resources right now. It's coming.
Any new achievements planned?
On consoles, we're only allowed a certain amount of achievements that we can do. We're only allowed to give like 1,000 gamer score on Xbox and 300 points on PlayStation. I mean, I think there might be some ways to add. I'll have to kind of look into that again. But on Steam, maybe we can add some more.
Hey guys, just got a quick question about theater mode. So our replay mode. I know it has free cam, but do you guys think it's possible to add like a dolly cam, Vizier mode to be exact? Us montage editors would love it.
There's a lot of things with spectator and replays that we do want to add. I mean, one major thing is we want to make spectating a little more accurate with the mapping of your cursor to where they're actually aiming. But yeah, we want to add like a third-person viewing mode, so like you can watch people from third person. We want to maybe set up different camera spots on the maps that you can just quickly toggle to. Yeah, I'm not sure the specific features you're asking, but I mean, there's a lot of improvements that we do want to make. We just haven't had the time to go back and do it.
This one comes from Summer Sausages. They're asking about like a 1v1 mode.
That does sound cool. For 1v1s, I think our maps might be a little too big for that. We've talked about 1v1s internally, and I think we would want to make custom maps for those. Maybe in the future we do bring that. I think maybe eventually.
There was a couple people in chat. They were kind of, a little bit miffed about how we're not giving too many committal answers here today. We are just giving a little bit of generalities. It's true. Kind of why it goes back to that roadmap question, right? Like why? Tell everybody again, like kind of why we're not committing to a certain answer.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could commit to dates and all those kind of things. We don't want to promise things and not hit those deadlines. That's just not fun for anyone. For us, we have to work hard to meet these deadlines, and if we don't, it's bad on us, and you guys get upset at us for not doing that. We want to avoid that. But also, like I mentioned earlier, we're currently building out the team, so it takes time to build out the team in order to get to a spot where we can pump out content as fast as we want. Once we get a solid foundation and a solid team, then I could say, yeah, this guy's gonna work on that, this guy will work on that. Right now, we're still a very small engineering team, and a lot of it kind of goes through me, and I've been caught up in a lot of other things, just building the company. Right now, I can't promise too much, and also we want to keep things a surprise as well. Very soon we will be able to commit to more things, but also a lot of things as well might not work. Maybe we test a 1v1 internally and it's not fun at all, and maybe we test sliding internally and it doesn't work. We don't want to promise things that don't work and then we don't ever do it, and you guys think that we're not listening. It's just that we're trying to make a great game, and we're trying to do it as efficiently as possible with the resources that we have. Bear with us. We're listening. Being non-committal is not saying I'm not hearing your suggestions. Like, we hear everything. A lot of these are ideas we've had in the past and ideas we want to do. It's just that it takes time to do these things, and we'll get there.
You've committed in this session to Forge mode sometime in the future and new maps sometime in the future.
Yeah, I mean,
we've also committed to a back-end overhaul as well.
Yeah, that's one of the. I mean, that's one of the major things as well. Is we don't ever want to run to the server issues that we were having at beta launch. Last couple months, we've been working with another company on a back end overhaul, so that is going to put us in a great position going forward to do a lot more features. All we're doing right now is putting ourselves in a position where we can just fire on all cylinders and pump out content. So
Well, how about like a multi-team mode where it's like 2v2v2v2, like that kind of thing?
yeah, I'd love to do that. One thing on that is right now our code base is really kind of hard coded for 2 teams, so that will take a lot of time to kind of overhaul, but that is something we do want to do.
Void Crumbs asks, we should do these streams once a month. I love them. What do you guys say?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. As I mentioned, me and Ian, we're very busy. We're on calls all day long. Every chance we can rest, we take. But I do love these questions. I do love interacting with you guys. So, I mean, I would love to do more of these in the future, maybe once a month. Maybe we can bring on some other people as well. Pete, in a couple months, will be onboarded and we'll be ready to answer some of these questions as well. Get Steve and Ben. You guys will love Ben. He's hilarious. So I think we should start doing these more often. I agree.
And we're also doing these weekly developer spotlights that we're posting on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and stuff. So next week we're gonna be highlighting Steve. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll get around to you, Pete, and you too, Nick, eventually for these spotlights. Could you talk a little bit specifically about season 1 changes? I don't know. Anything we can say about season 1?
We did delay it a little bit because we did hear your feedback on completing all the challenges and completing the battle pass. Season 1 is coming very soon. That's all I could say, and it's going to be very cool.
Do you guys have any specific plans for like the next couple weeks?
It's gonna be split miss. We're gonna put out some Christmas skins for you guys. These winter challenges, winter skins. I mean, go check out those maps. The artists worked hard on those. They're fantastic and fun to play. The next couple weeks we're gonna start transitioning our backend to a new system. I mean, you guys won't really see the benefits of that, but to us that's gonna be a huge deal going forward. We have a couple other things planned for an update in a couple weeks as well. We're still finalizing the details on that, so I don't want to promise too much.
Okay, this last question I hope can dispel a lot of rumors out there in social media. So some people thought at one point that Epic Games came to us to buy us for $100 million. You can kind of see where this rumor kind of came from.
Yeah.
Can you please dispel this rumor?
that is not true. The news is that we did get a $100 million investment in our company, and that was from venture capital investors. There were no offers to purchase our company, and we don't want to sell our company. This is our baby, and we want to progress this thing to the next level and really build one of the next big gaming organizations who always maintains a really close relationship with the community. Hopefully that dispels the rumors.
Well, I think that basically wraps it up. Here on Twitch, guys, we like to stream at least once a week on top of like the regular SPS esports stuff that you guys see on Sundays. Yeah, we like to also do community events on this Twitch account. And I think that wraps it up. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, all the good stuff. And once again, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Pete, for taking an hour of your day to talk to the community.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah, we'll do this definitely more often.
Thanks, guys. That'll wrap it up. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. And if I don't see you again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.